There's been a lot of misinformation going on Twitter. So many accounts have been posting that FTX has already begun paying out distributions to customers. People on Twitter are saying that $16 billion is flowing into the markets because FTX has allegedly already begun distributing cash. But that's just not the case. I don't even know where this rumor originated. I don't know who started this, but people on Twitter are just such
Seems
fucking idiots.
coordinated.
It does, and I'm not someone who's much of a conspiracy theorist, but I'm just like, either you're all just literally retarded, or this is some coordinated effort to like pump FTT's token, which the token
Why would
did
it pump
pump.
FTT though? That I didn't understand.
I don't know if they coordinated this, but apparently FTT's token did pump. I think it was by like 50% within a day on the news that FTT was redistributing funds. Don't know why that's the case, because it doesn't mean that FTT is reopening as a company. But either way, I do think that crypto Twitter influencers are fucking stupid and clearly didn't double check this information before sharing it. So
100%. What was I going to say? It is not true. Entirely untrue. FTX is not started. It's far from it. Also, they haven't announced a distribution agent.
yeah, well, so I mean, but they're paying back in cash, not USDC, correct?
I mean, they could pay in stable coins. They haven't said that they wouldn't.
So would they need a distribution agent if they were just paying in cash? Because wouldn't
No.
it potentially just come in as checks in the mail, right?
Check Kroll is capable of doing checks in the mail for sure.
So, I mean, it sounds so far that they have not announced that they're going to be paying back in USDC or any form of crypto. It does not say in any part of the plan that they're going to pay back in like Bitcoin and ETH. Like
No,
Celsius.
but Purple and I were chatting, and he said that he did see that on the billings that the debtors are spending a few hours on this, so it is possible that we're going to have like a surprise, and which could be, pretty good for some people. Look, in Celsius, Coinbase was announced like months ahead of time.
Yeah.
It's October 3rd when we're recording this video, and we have not seen any evidence whatsoever of that being the case. So I'm mega skeptical, to be honest.
Of receiving USDC, you mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking skeptical.
Me too. Because, yeah, they haven't announced a distribution agent. In Celsius's case, we used PayPal and Coinbase, and it was known for months in advance that we were going to be getting paid out by PayPal and Coinbase.
Months and months and months.
People are assuming that FTX creditors could see their first payout by the end of 2024. But if that were to be the case, then they should already have secured a distribution agent if they were to pay out in USDC or any sort of crypto. But so it looks like likely you should assume to maybe get a check in the mail, or could they do a bank wire transfer perhaps? I don't know.
Maybe they could do bank wire transfer, yeah.
But that would be a whole other like KYC process, I would assume. You'd have to input your bank information and, there hasn't been some,
potentially.
There
I'm
hasn't
looking
been
forward to
some
my check in the mail.
I bet you are, Louis. I mean, as some of you may know, Louis is a claimed buyer, FTX.
Do you think they're going to send me 5,000 and whatever, 5,200 checks?
I'm really curious as to how that's going to play out, because I mean, I sometimes envy you for having bought so many claims, but I assume that the payout process might be sort of tedious. So I'm just like, I don't know what you're going to get. Maybe you get 5,000 checks.
Dude, we have a team of very smart people who are going to be working on this, on dealing with this. It will probably be me, but I do not put myself in the team of smart people. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty complicated one. The plan, I don't know if you saw this, but the plan was like overwhelmingly voted for.
Yes. So it looks like the plan will pass. So can it just pass on October 7th, or do other objections need to be heard before?
Objections need to be heard. The debtors have like answered objections, including my objection. I can't really discuss on air like the contents of that because I don't want to say anything that'll get me in trouble with my lawyers, but they are moving ahead towards plan confirmation, which should happen on next Monday.
On October 7th. It sounds like the plan is going to pass, seemingly with flying colors, although there are objections, but it seems as though the majority of creditors did vote yes on the plan.
Oh, like 98%. And we were not as powerful a voting bloc as I thought. We only had 12% of all the votes.
What else do people need to know right now about where we're at in the process?
They need to lower their expectations dramatically so that they're not disappointed and upset and angry. I think
at the first payout, do you mean?
Yeah, about the amount of dollars that they're going to get in the first payout and about how long it's going to take.
Because it has been widely reported that creditors are going to receive far more than 100% on the dollar. But again, keep in mind, claims are valued on the petition date or on petition date prices when Bitcoin was worth around $16,000. So anyone who has not been following along and is unaware of that fact, your claim is not worth what Bitcoin prices would be at today. Bitcoin's at like 60K today, I believe. Anyway, so, and you're saying that like you're not just going to receive all of that in one payment, right?
Above 50K. If your claim's above 50K, you're going to receive like 6 payments.
Okay, so don't be too excited about the first check you receive. But creditors who have claimed under 50K, which I imagine is the majority of creditors,
Yes.
would receive 100% in the first check, or 118%? What was it?
119.
119% in the first paycheck?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So,
we
I mean,
don't
I
buy
guess
those claims anymore.
FTX Creditor is no longer purchasing claims below $25,000, by the way. But if your claim is over $25,000 and you're looking to get out of this and just receive USDC upfront, you can still sell your claim to FTX Creditor. I don't know if you give a range at which you're purchasing claims, but I assume that just depends on how big your claim is. So we're not going to talk about
And
that.
how hard it is to KYC you.
Hey, it's me, Tiff, and in case you've never heard of me before, I've been independently covering fraud and bankruptcies in the crypto space. Because of this, I know a lot of people who follow me or might recognize me were once customers of FTX. Well, that's where FTX Creditor comes in. FTX Creditor will buy your FTX bankruptcy claim and pay you immediately in USDC. FTX Creditor has actually bought more FTX claims than all of the other claims buyers combined. FTX Creditor even buys small claims as low as $1,800, all the way up to claims as large as $10 million. So if you're interested in selling your FTX claim for immediate liquidity, or in selling your Voyager, BlockFi, or Celsius stub, you can go to ftxcreditor.com or contact them on Telegram at @FTXCreditor or on X at @FTXCreditor_com. So don't be too excited about the first payout, particularly if you have a
This
claim.
is the secret to happiness in life. Low
Lower
expectations.
your expectations.
If you have low expectations, things will go well for you.
We almost just finished each other's
sentences.
Wow, we're so adorable. Anyway, look how long Louis and I have been working together.
I know. What else is happening in the case? It's kind of like radio silence. We see a lot of people panicking about their KYC. If you are not KYC verified, you are going to be at the back of the pile for getting money, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. And can you still
Be
KYC?
KYC verified to get money.
Can you still KYC?
You can still KYC. It's a question of whether they verify you or not.
And to KYC, you go to what website?
Claims.ftx.com.
Okay, go KYC if you.
Yeah. If you have questions about it, don't hesitate to reach out to me on X. It is pretty painful. It is pretty painful. I will try and answer like questions as much as I can. But yeah, it's tough.
So has the new FTX examiners report come out yet or no?
Yes.
Oh, was there anything juicy in that? Did you read it?
I read it and it was like exonerating completely Sullivan and Cromwell and essentially saying nothing to see here. Look, a lot of people are like screaming scams. And like, this is another secret to happiness in life is like, you need to go with the flow of what's happening unless you can really impact change. And people could have impacted change in this case early on by being organized and forming a crypto ad hoc group, but nobody did that. So, you know, it is what it is. Oh, the equity piece is pretty interesting. And a lot of people were complaining about that online is that the preferred equity is getting some recovery from the DOJ funds. People were like, it's another scam, but equity were defrauded as well. And the Department of Justice has seized over $600 million. And the Department of Justice is like, look, we are happy to return money to the bankruptcy estate. We would rather not. We'd rather distribute it ourselves, which is a nightmare, take years and cost a ton of money. The bankruptcy estate is like, okay, give us the money. But the preferred equity said, how about us? And the settlement with the preferred equity is very good for creditors. The preferred equity, by my calculation, is going to get like 7.7 cents on the dollar.
How would you define preferred equity for anyone who does not know?
Preferred equity is people who put money into the company to buy shares. So like Sequoia, all those big funds, Temasek, Tribe
but
Capital.
Not your average creditor and customer of FTX. So
No, it's share. It's not Sam. Like Sam, it would not be a preferred shareholder. He would be a common shareholder. I was not a shareholder at all of FTX. I looked at it. I looked at investing in FTX. My thesis for why I didn't want to invest in FTX, I was like, yo, this guy's got one of the most profitable hedge funds in the world. And it's like very linked to FTX. And he's trading on FTX. There's no way FTX is going to be able to IPO. And so there's no way for us to ever monetize our shares. I don't want to be involved in that. And I was like, if you want to bet on FTX, just buy the FTT token.
So did you buy FTT token?
No.
Anything else creditors should know? Any updates right now? Because as of now, the next confirmation hearing about the plan is on October 7th. Up until then, is there anything people should know, be prepared for?
No.
Pretty quick update.
Pretty quick update. 15 minutes.
But
and
we are
26
just,
seconds.
look at us, but we are just refuting the disinformation out there about creditors being paid out this week. The rumor was that people were being paid out on September 29th, actually. So, I mean, it's a few days after that, but I hope it's clear to you all that you did not receive a payout. And I will say, you did not receive a payout. I will say to be particularly wary of phishing scams right now, because I think that
Yeah.
scammers, hackers are aware of the fact that this rumor is going around. So some FTX creditors have been receiving emails basically saying, you know, you can claim your payout right here at this link. So people are receiving emails like that. Don't click any links right now. You're not getting a payout right now. Not yet.
Nope,
Wait
nope,
for October
no.
7th. I'm sure we'll do an update video after October 7th about the confirmation hearing. Talk about
And
what's
we should do a video about that HBO documentary.
We should.
HBO is releasing a documentary about Satoshi Nakamoto on Wednesday, and they claim to have cracked his identity. Did you watch the HBO documentary about QAnon?
No, I didn't.
Yo, that thing is actually pretty good, where they're like, we figured out who QAnon is, and it's like some dude in the Philippines.
I wonder who Satoshi is. That's exciting.
Hal Finney. Occam's razor, Satoshi, we can also, discuss that. P. Diddy, dude. What? P. Diddy is like sharing a fucking room with Sam?
He's literally in the same unit as Sam, and it's like a small unit. And I mean, I did email Sam and I asked for confirmation of P. Diddy arriving in the unit, and he did confirm. So I mean, but that's
Sam and you are chit-chatting again?
We're back in touch. I emailed him after Caroline's sentencing, and I was just like, just went to Caroline's sentencing. Thought of you. So I emailed him.
What did he say? It's fucking bullshit. She only got 2 years?
I will say that he doesn't seem spiteful towards Caroline, though. He's not like stoked about her going to prison. So anyway,
you give great relationship advice.
You do. One day I'll do a therapy session with you on.
We should just have a relationship advice podcast.
I'd be happy to do that. I don't really have good relationship advice, but I could just.
I think that's what would make it fun.
That'd be fun. We should do it, Louis. I love talking to Louis. I hope that after FTX is over, we can continue doing some sort of thing. Yes?
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to continue?
Boy, my child.
Oh, little Otto, the little rat. Louis, are we going to continue after FTX is over?
Well, who else am I going to talk to all day?
Well, so is that it for today?
That's it for today.
Okay, we'll be back after October 7th to talk about the confirmation hearing, and I assume the plan is going to pass. Love you, Lou. Oh, I miss you, Lou. I love Lou. Okay, talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.